fella for getting out of jail.
So
wants to resume his career, I'm all for it.
He won't ever fight anybody. It doesn't matter.
Yep. Oh, I beg to differ. I think he'll fight someone. He'll fight like.
I can't ever see it.
He'll fight David Diaz.
And he could beat David Diaz. Yeah, absolutely.
But anyhow, yep. Who else is in legal trouble and such?
Well, two people we know of.
Someone else about to get out of jail. Eric Morrell, getting released after serving not quite 2 years for...
As if that would be enough.
For raping a 15-year-old.
Or not raping her, whatever. That's what he went to jail. He's convicted of the rape. Say she consented, whatever. She was 15, so he's a fucking queer.
Hopefully he resumes his career. Hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope he
plenty
does.
of people
he can go at the division he was at, which was like 112.
115, 112, 115, yeah. His last
people there that can knock him out.
I think his last fight, or at least the last notable fight, was against Martin Castillo, and Castillo beat him by
decision. Arce is needing a tune-up, please.
Yes, definitely. Knockout.
I'll go ahead and pick that one.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's tons of people for him to fight there that could just beat the hell out of him. Definitely.
And Donovan the Bomb George dropped the bomb on a 5-year-old, or maybe as old as an 8-year-old, whenever he was 11
or 13. It's shocking that something like that would really happen. Even to me, I just
could see 6 to 30 years. The difference there. But for the sexual assault on a minor.
Which he was a minor too. I mean,
I'm totally against him for this. I think he deserves death for it myself.
Yeah,
he was old enough to know what he was doing.
Yeah, at 11 to 13, I guess it's possible. I sure as hell didn't know what that kind of thing was about at those ages. So.
I did.
Well, that's good, of course, that you did, but...
I knew exactly, I think he knew exactly, I know he knew exactly what he was doing, and he can be killed for it, I think, as far as I'm concerned.
I'm not going to cry if he gets killed for it. So.
That's some sickness there. What's going on with people?
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyhow, also other people that got arrested that shouldn't have been. The Cuban boxing guys.
Affected the most recent too.
Guillermo
Regundo, and another guy.
Regundo.
Lara.
Yeah, Lara, whatever his name is, wrongfully arrested.
Yeah, in Brazil. For not having passports, something.
So for being out of Cuba and all that stuff. But now they're back in Cuba, and Castro has shut down, or is considering shutting down the Cuban Olympic program.
Yeah.
Saying for this year that the Cubans may not be at the Olympics. I bet every other country in the world is thrilled to hear that.
Because they win everything, basically.
Because now every other country is saying, now we finally have a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a horrible place to live, obviously, with that Baguette Castro there, dictating to everybody, not letting anybody make money or do anything good for themselves at all.
That's their whole government system. It doesn't matter if he's replaced, actually, but...
No.
Actually, he's better than a lot would be. Like the next guy that might come in after he dies, who would be much worse, actually. But anyhow...
So it'll never change, it looks like.
Nope. It'll actually get worse, but... Right. Anyhow, this, very bad, obviously.
Absolutely.
He's not going to let Cubans sneak out of Cuba anymore. Yeah. That's horrible news for boxing.
And Regundo was probably the best Cuban amateur on the team.
Both are now claiming that they never wanted to leave Cuba. Good move on their part since they're back there.
Yeah,
of course they wanted to leave.
That's why they left.
They signed 5-year deals.
Yep, with the same German promoter that their teammates did.
And that's why they were arrested.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is ridiculous that anybody can be arrested for being in any country without a passport anyway. That's a stupid-ass law to begin with. Anybody has the right to go wherever they want as far as I'm concerned.
No, you can't have
that. No.
Especially not in the non-whites.
Yeah.
But anyhow,
a lot of people think that way.
Okay, Chad Dawson's going to make a mandatory defense against Adrian Diaconu, however you say it. The guy that beat, he's 24-0, he beat Rico Hoy, knocked him out in like 3 rounds.
So great performance from him there.
Yeah, so. And should be a good matchup, good fight for Dawson. Don King won the purse bid.
Yeah, so it's going to be on Showtime September 29th. Was trying to get Dawson Tarver for this, but Tarver really wanted no part of Dawson, it looks like.
Right now, that's what it's looking like. He's
making himself look bad on this.
Now, they were saying that Tarver's people, that they weren't able to get the money that Tarver was wanting, but Tarver's not in the position to be asking for money.
He's not wanting to fight Dawson, that's obvious. Now, whether that's because he's ducking him or just because he's uninterested, either way, he does not want to fight Dawson right now at all.
Nope.
I mean, what do you say about a guy that calls out Jeff Lacey at this point?
He says no to Dawson to call out Jeff Lacey. You're not going to make more money fighting Jeff Lacey.
And when Dawson has a title, also.
And he'll end up probably, the way he's doing this, he'll probably end up getting his ass off TV in a bout. And when he could have fought Chad Dawson.
Yeah, on the main event and Showtime.
So he'll probably end up fucking around and making less money than he would have to have fought Dawson. Anyhow, Manny Stewart and Andy Lee were in a car crash, but they're okay.
Yeah, that's all we got.
Not much there. Glad they're okay. Yeah. Andy Lee's next fight won't even be affected by it.
No.
Although if he loses, he'll probably say, "Yeah, it was that car
crash."
Don't blame him. But Glenn Johnson. Also, he's very badly wanting Bernard Hopkins and Roy Jones.
Okay.
He's very much wanting Jones. He wants both really badly.
Yeah.
He seems to want Jones more because I think he thought that was a more possible fight to get made right now.
Looks like he might get his wish. November 3rd or 10th or 17th are the rumored dates that possibly Jones could be fighting either, what's the German guy's name, WBO champ at light heavy, Erde, okay. Either him or Johnson. Johnson looks like the number one. Zolt Erde, because that fad won't come over here, of course, to fight Jones. So it looks like Johnson will be the next choice that Jones goes to. Looks very likely that one of those dates, it will be Jones-Johnson too. How about November 24th? The only date in November where there's nothing scheduled yet.
Don't be silly. Where do you get your logic, Sean?
Unbelievable.
Not competing.
They named the 3 dates that we've got stuff for.
And stuff that people are going to be more interested in over Jones versus someone on a pay-per-view that no one's going to order.
Absolutely. So
especially now that they showed they just showed the Henshaw thing free afterwards on those channels. Of course.
And they'll show this one free also, obviously. I mean, they're going to show pretty much any pay-per-view card free later on.
I won't be paying for the Jones pay-per-view.
We'll see it.
I'll see it, but I won't be paying for it. Anyhow,
on those dates, I'd prefer it to be November 3rd out of all those. Compete with Calzaghe Kessler. That's the least important of all those 3 dates of the fight. So compete with that one if you have to.
Don't compete.
Don't compete. That's the first choice, definitely.
That's the winner right there.
That's the winner. And also November 24th, as we mentioned, James Toney will be relicensed to fight on that date. That will be 6 months, because thankfully...
Jones versus Toney?
Yeah, that'll happen.
He'll be relicensed in California.
Okay, in California, yeah.
Because he wasn't suspended anywhere else.
That's right. But anyway, that's not terrible now that he's...
But, what about...
Oh, yeah, Batch Helder, he's still suspended for a year. That's going to really screw him up. I'm upset about that. That's terrible.
Yep, they should revoke his.
Yeah, completely for life. For imitating a fighter. But anyway, James Toney, maybe he'll fight November 24th. Just hopefully they'll show him at least. That could be the...
Yeah, there's nothing saying he will.
Oh, yeah, no.
Just
that's when he can again in California. Yeah. So thankfully they reduced it to 6 months, the ban, instead of a year.